Oh, get that. Dude, you will never see that again. Get that. You will never, ever, ever, ever see that again. Get that. Oh, man. Literally. Oh, man. Look at that. Sorry.
Alright, so I'm here with Merville.
Phelan?
Yep. He's the reason why I have this all cleaned and this all cleaned. Best barber in Montana, hands down. Okay.
Take care of you.
Yes, he is. Now, I'm gonna leave all his links to his Instagram and everything down below, so go hit him up. Now, today we are gonna, or actually our last video that we did was more of an introduction video, a video of telling why I came to Billings and just a couple of people I met. But today's gonna be more of a travel video with myself, Merville, and my brother Seth. He's running a couple errands real fast before we take off. Before we go, he's gonna sing us a song. Go ahead.
Well, yo, I don't know why you never tried to tell me I was the one for you. I'm telling you, my love is true, and you're the only one for me. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hey, oh.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. Thanks, man. Ladies, slide in his DMs. Oh, he's single.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding.
Oh no! Oh no!
But we're gonna go one or two places. We haven't decided yet. Merville, where did we decide yet? Or where are the two places?
More than likely, Bozeman, Montana.
Yeah,
more than likely.
Yeah, most likely. Never been there. I didn't even heard of it before, but we're gonna go check that out. Also, we're gonna have to get some food pretty soon.
Oh yeah.
I'm already hungry.
Definitely. Yeah.
Super, super hungry. But we're just waiting for Seth to get back in. We'll go ahead. Here's a couple clips when he was cutting my hair earlier. Check it out.
My total debt in the past 3 years accumulated to be right about $40,000. So I paid off about $40,000 of debt in the last 2.5 years.
2.5 years. You hear that? 2.5 years, $40,000 in debt gone.
Just like that.
And what was the main factor for that? What was what's the one thing that helped you get that $40,000 gone?
Man, the sound of the truck. Squats and financial stability is what any guy put it, so.
This car, myself, the one and only, and then look at him. Go ahead, get into that thing. He's 6'2", everybody. Go ahead. Yeah, so we're about to get in.
Alright, so it was too windy to actually hear the story and why they call those the crazy mountains. So Merville's gonna tell it to you right now without the wind inside his car. So here we go. So back in the days where Native Americans were not established as a people, they were migrators still. Specifically in 1840, in this land there was a lot of colonies that would come through. Some of them would pillage, some of them would rape, and in this instance it was very much like that. There was this family, I don't know the name of the family, but they were of the Crow tribe, the Crow descent, and they used to camp specifically in the Livingston, Bozeman area, and the family was murdered. The women were raped and they were kicked aside, and there was one survivor who was the mother. And when the mother kind of came to her senses, she would never be the same again because she ended up going crazy. She moved into the mountains, which are now called the Crazy Mountains, but they used to be called Crazy Woman Mountains. And that was kind of a tongue twister to say. A lot of people said it was too big to put on signs, and the story behind it was simply that. Her family was murdered and she moved into these mountains. She would run around naked, and she lived there. And the winters in Montana are not the softest, and especially in this area and in these mountains. So that's the kind of the backstory of the Crazy Woman Mountains, also known as the Crazy Mountains.
that. Dude, you will never see that again. Get that. You will never, ever, ever, ever see that again. Get that. Oh, man. Literally. Oh, man. Look at that. Sorry.
Literally, we just saw a bunch of elk. A bunch of elk. You saw it.
And cows. There was cows and bulls. So right now is the season to where the bulls, every year their horns will fall off. Sometimes they won't. I shouldn't say every year, but during coming out of like the winter season in the spring, they shed their antlers.
That's crazy.
And some of them, their antlers are already growing back. Some of the big bulls' antlers were only about this big. Come the end of spring, come summertime, their antlers will be full grown. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most crazy things, like amazing things. Like literally, we pulled off to the side and we all jumped out, and it was just like breathtaking, and it was just crazy. Like I've never seen anything like that. He was halfway out the window, like with his phone, and Merville pulled over to the side. He's like, get it.
Literally, people will live their entire lives to see that, and we just seen it all for the first time together.
Yeah. We all like this. First of all, this is our first trip to Yellowstone
National Park.
Yeah, Yellowstone National Park. All of our first times, and we were actually privileged to see something that not a lot of people will ever see in their lifetime. So that's pretty cool.
And it was great. It was awesome.
What do you guys say about it? Yeah, so Alright, so we're here at Yellowstone National Park, like I just told you before, but we're actually at some hot springs that smell like sulfur. Quick story, Merville over here will tell you about it. Go ahead, Merville.
Sulfur stinks.
It really does stink. Literally, we're sitting in the car and we were trying to blame like who farted, and we just realized that it's the sulfur, and we're pointing fingers at one another. So it's crazy.
Sulfur stinks.
booty.
It's recorded, but what?
Look at that donk.